out, but look at the level of consistency that this Optic Gaming team has been playing with since the addition of Formal has had. They've lost one scrim to Cloud9 in the first couple weeks of picking this kid up, and they have not looked back since. They've looked dominant in every single sense of the word, and I can't wait to have Formal back on the main stage in that green wall uniform. And I mean, if we know anything about this kid, he's very capable of putting on a show for us here tonight.
Could not agree more. Now looking at the game type for this best of 5 series, starting things off with Oddball Recharge. Game 2 will be Slayer Streets, followed by Strongholds, Live Fire, and if we need it, which I'm sure we will, we're gonna have that Capture the Flag on Aquarius to close things off, Slayer on Bazaar. Now Clutch starting things off with that Oddball on Recharge. Obviously we need to win 2 rounds to advance and win that game type. What are the keys to success on Oddball Recharge?
It's that shock rifle, right? How many players do you know that can pop off with that shock rifle in their hands and throughout this series? All 8 of these guys are known for how deadly they are with the snipe. It's going to be whoever can get control of that and whoever can put it to work that will give their team the advantage they need.
Here we go. Make some noise. Game number 1, Optic Gaming taking on FaZe Clan, starting things off with Formal on your screen, heading towards Turbine with this duo, Lucid, on board actually right now, with Formal still trying to get eyes on it. That camouflage, I believe the members of FaZe will pick that up. No, excuse me, it's still on the map. Formal taking a lot of damage though, and manages to stay alive.
Formal playing his life so well, so known for that, right? His communication, the way he plays his life, the way he lets the game come to him. Already you're seeing that take place. No damage done too far so far throughout this game 1, but already Optic Gaming seem to be advancing on the map a little bit better than FaZe.
Yeah, the start of this game tag is going to be a lot of back and forth, trying to get control of the power weapons, trying to get control of the map ultimately before you can get that set up with the Oddball. Hopping on board here with bubu, dubu, as his teammate Snip3down gets the ball, trying to rotate it over towards that long haul. That's bound. So a good little start here for FaZe as they're able to kind of get control of that long haul and get the ball early.
Point out the selflessness from Snip3down to get that ball to a location where his team's able to rack up only 6 points before Optic Gaming get the slays they need. All 4 dead for FaZe Clan. Optic get the slays. Now let's see what they do with their first opportunity at a setup.
Yeah, what cost right there. FaZe trying to kind of get a little bit scrappy there with that ball time, and it cost them as 4 members fall. Formal now taking heavy damage on that bat ledge, manages to stay alive, throwing some grenades for some security there. Now moving on over towards this Turbine to work with Lucid.
Let's see how they decide to play the ball. In the pipes location, multiple members of FaZe Clan stuck. Back Turbine, that's not where they want to be, and already having tons of pressure onto them is going to be a very difficult spot for them to be in, but unfortunately it looks like we have some technical issues as APG still on screen for now, trying to play his life into pipes, and that he just does, and he gets a shield back. 3 go down for FaZe Clan. Last guy alive. APG makes light work of Bound, and that's going to reward Optic Gaming with some more significant ball time here.
Big kill for APG as 3 members fall for FaZe, and what a start for Optic Gaming. 40-6. APG controlling the pipes here, controlling the bat ledge, a very vital point on this map. You want to control this pipes, obviously, especially when your team have that ball towards that long haul and glass area.
This is going to be TriPPPeY's point of view. He's able to pick up the first kill, and look how well Optic Gaming FaZe is keeping control of this pipes area. It's such a dominant location, and as we switch points of view to Snip3down now with the camo on screen, he's going to have to make a play with this camouflage to bring his team back in. It takes down APG. That's a great start for Rona.
Camouflage in the hands of a player that's very scary. That's Snip3down trying to rally the troops now, as you don't want to fall too far behind. It's only up to 100 points, and there's only that 5-minute marker as Snip3down finally does go down with that camouflage. Able to do some good damage though and get some good information for his team.
We'll see what TriPPPeY can do here. 3 down for FaZe Clan once again, and Optic Gaming really taking advantage of the slays so far. FaZe now up over 25 points, and when they bring that ball into blue, you already know they're going to rack up some more significant time. A beautiful shot from Lucid, and this is exactly what you want to see as a green wall fan. Lucid posted up with that shock rifle, and now let him go to work.
Yeah, Lucid is the last player I want to see with the shock rifle in his hands if I'm on the other team. This man does not miss and really makes you pay for letting him get the power up. It's a nice shot there on Falcated, trying to get the cleanup on control, but Fal able to stay alive. A lot of things have been said about Falcated this event. He's finally getting the recognition that he deserves. A pillar of stability, a pillar of constant constant performance out of Falcated. Looking at the scoreboard, already 7 kills on the board for him, but other teammates kind of lacking a little bit compared to those kills over on the Optic side.
Yeah, those slays are immediately transitioning into oddball points. You're seeing it 71 to 26 so far, FaZe. And look at the multiple members of FaZe stuck in the bottom of the pit. That's a ton of damage from Lucid before he goes down. He's got 10, APG has 10, and with that they have a significant lead here, but Bound trying to make a difference here. Gets the ball up to Pipes. We really want to see FaZe Clan get a nice setup to be able to claw back into this one.
Yeah, they're going to need to get their slays if they want to get time on the board. Typically, those two go hand in hand, and we're seeing FaZe have some trouble getting kills on the board. Bubu Dubu only 1 kill so far in this first round of the Oddball game. Of course, it is a long series, so I expect Bubu Dubu to have a solid performance at the end of the day.
He's really that player to watch for me. Although he started slow, if Bubu Dubu can find his rhythm in this series, he will be the difference maker for FaZe. So often, when Bubu Dubu hits his stride, he is the player to watch, the MVP for this FaZe roster, but not having the impact he needs yet. But he picks up 2 kills before going down, and that could be just what he needed to heat up.
71 to 50, so nice little rally here by FaZe the last minute or two, able to really close that gap in the score and make this a much closer game, much more uncomfortable for the Optic Gaming. But folks, as I say that though, Lucid gets some good shots down, Formal with a kill of his own, but Falcated with a double as well. So a couple players from each side going down, ball in the hands of Optic Gaming as they only need 20 more seconds to win this round.
Yeah, it's going to be one last push from FaZe, and if they're not able to take down this ball carrier, forced to play at the very least, Optic Gaming will take round 1. APG, or Lucid, I'm sorry, doing what he can, and that's a ton of damage from Lucid to try and deny the push from FaZe Clan. What can the rest of Optic Gaming do now in order to subside the push? It looks like APG and TriPPPeY have found kills, and with that, you're going to see them only needing 5 more points here shortly to take round 1.
This should be all she wrote as 2 seconds left to go, and round number 1 going to Optic Gaming, picking up right where they left off from that FaZe Invitational and really making a statement out here in game number 1.
Phenomenal start for the Green Wall. FaZe had an opportunity there in the middle of that first round, though, to come back. We'll see what they can do with a little bit of momentum that they may have felt in the middle of that round, but Optic Gaming starting strong, finishing strong so far here in Oddball.
Once again, we're seeing both teams just fight for control, trying to get that camouflage. Finally gets punched in. Sword still on spawn. I believe shock rifle is as well. So initially on this game type, on this map, you see that battle for control and neither team able to get that ball, but camouflage does go down. Falcated able to take down TriPPPeY there. Lucid does the trade on Falcated. So a couple kills going back and forth as finally we see Snip3down pick up that oddball.
All right, here we go. FaZe off to a much better start to round 2 than they did round 1. What can that mean for the FaZe Clan here in game 1? It's just 7 points with the ball and Pipes and a couple of slays go their way. This is a major opportunity for them to get back into this one. You win this round, you push it to a round 3, and you could still take the lead here in this series. Unfortunately,
double kill there for Bound, putting that commando to use now, hopping on board with TriPPPeY, putting shots down on Falcated. He takes him down now. On your screen is Formal Matt Piper, the newest addition to this Optic Gaming roster, and he has been a blessing for this team, really helping them take that next step. There's big shoes to fill if you're replacing Pistola on a team. And if there's anyone that could do it, it's Formal, and he's shown us that so far.
Yeah, I said it earlier on the analyst desk. It's not often that you replace Pistola and get positive remarks, but Formal is one of those few entities in the world that you can replace a player with and know that he's going to bring good things to your team. But however, we can talk about Formal all we want, but FaZe Clan right back in this game, up 49-0 here in round 2, so a much different FaZe Clan in the second round, and they have seemed to find what they need as far as the objective is concerned. They're starting to slay a little bit better, and with that, we could see one hell of a series.
Falcated with the no-scope on Formal as Snip3down able to punch in that camouflage, like you said, Clutch. A magnificent start for this FaZe team right now, 60-0. They couldn't have asked for a better start in this round 2.
You want Snip3down to stay alive with that camo right there, but he was being hunted by 2 members of Optic Gaming. They make slight work of him, and that camo gets neutralized. But a good job by FaZe Clan to remove a win condition from Optic Gaming's hands to get back into this. You need camo to make up this 60-point difference. FaZe denies that, but just like that, 4 down for FaZe Clan. Optic Gaming will now have shock rifle in Formal's hands, and the ball set up in blue. This is a very dangerous situation they need to get out of quickly.
Yeah, if there was ever a time to weather the storm and get 4 down, it was right there. Optic Gaming coming up clutch before the game got way too out of hand, as it's already 60-8. No points on the board. No points going down right now for Formal, taking down Falcated with the no-scope. That shock rifle is so dangerous in the hands of Formal.
4 dead again for FaZe Clan, and it's a matter of how long will it take FaZe Clan to break this Optic Gaming setup, because they built themselves such a comfortable lead, but that lead, it's starting to dwindle. FaZe Formal starting to heat up.
Formal putting on a show, going for the no-scope once again on Bound. Will he be able to stay alive here? No, he does go down. Snip3down and Bound get a couple kills respectively, so 2 members fall for Optic Gaming. You see Bound,
let's go.
Bye-bye. That repulsor off the map, TriPPPeY goes down. That's 3 members for a second for Optic Gaming. This is a good opportunity to FaZe to get some control on the map and start rebuilding and reestablishing that lead.
Step 1, kill Formal. Step 2, kill the rest of the Optic Gaming team. They were able to successfully put that plan into transition. Look at that, the setup is broken. They're starting to calculate some time of their own.
Ball in the hands of FaZe, 73 points and counting. Snip3down now with the shock rifle gets nuked by Formal, because he knows where that shock rifle is down. He made sure Snip3down couldn't do too much with it. But as I say that, Clutch, the score is getting away from Optic in this round number 2. Falcated goes down. Lucid now on this bat ledge, trying to weather the storm, trying to get that ball. Nice grapple to get that ball over to him. Camo in the hands of Formal.
Okay, so Camo now in the hands of Optic Gaming. We saw how quickly Optic removed that from Snip3down's hands the last time around. What can Formal do with this shock rifle Camo in hand? This is a very dangerous situation once again for FaZe. They need to find Formal, take him down, and they've done just that. That's the biggest kill of the match so far from bubu dubu.
Got Lucid on your screen. Green gun in his back pocket, ball in his hands right now, moving towards the glass, trying to rotate over as he suspects the FaZe team is pushing him from turbine pipes, and he knows where they are on the map right now. He is completely holding position and holding his ground with this Oddball, trying to close the deficit, and now it's only a 30-point match.
Still 30 points though, FaZe. You got a lot of room to play with. You need to take this slow, get your slays, and break this setup like so. Bound finds a big kill on the Formal. bubu dubu unfortunately goes down. It's a 3v3. You see the ball start to rotate, and Lucid, he's gonna drop that ball, and if he can find a kill with this combo, it would be massive. The combo not come through, but the teamwork for Optic is strong once again. They shut down Bound, but in the meantime, kills being traded over towards the turbine, and unfortunately, they're gonna favor FaZe momentarily before APG finds Snip3down.
Oh my God, Lucid takes down bubu dubu, Bound with a kill of his own, but Optic has the ball right now as this game is only 10 points, differentiating both teams. Optic with the insane comeback. The last minute has been all Optic Gaming.
FaZe Clan have to break this setup, and they have 1 to 2 pushes to do it. They haven't been able to break it since Optic has felt this setup's so strong over into pipes. It's rotated the ball over to turbine. Kills going back and forth, and FaZe find a few of their own. That should break the setup of Optic Gaming for now.
3 members down for Optic. Last player alive is Lucid and Turbine. 4 dead for Optic Gaming. Only 18 seconds left to win the round as Bound now with the camouflage in his hands. Gets 1, gets 2. No, he's not able to get the trade. APG stays alive.
Good damage though from Bound. Massive damage from Bound. He gets a kill, and basically a second, his teammates finish that up. They rotate the ball through pipes perfectly, and now 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Nobody from Optic Gaming is there, and ladies and gentlemen, we are going to a round 3.
What a closeout right there by FaZe, right when it looked very gloomy and that comeback was happening for Optic. FaZe able to clutch up and win that round, pushes to a game 3.
You want to see a game 5, you want to see a round 3. Ladies and gentlemen, these two pushing each other to the limit so far here in game 1 of this series. And already, off the break, we'll see who can secure this camo. It's a heavy push from Turbine from Optic. You see multiple members from FaZe are taken out, and 3 go down. Camo gets activated, and just like that, Optic have a massive opportunity to jump out to a lead here.
Yeah, phenomenal start by TriPPPeY, able to get a double kill and secure the camo. Now grapples the shock rifle over to him. Textbook execution to start this game by TriPPPeY.
Yeah, ball already in pipes too, so Optic, you know how successful they've been. TriPPPeY ripping the head off of Snip3down is a great start to continue this setup and build yourself a significant lead. Making a second on the Falcated. And look at TriPPPeY, he wants more. He's spotted bubu dubu. bubu dubu has no idea. It's a killing spree in the first minute of round 3 for TriPPPeY.
TriPPPeY doing everything in his abilities right now to win this game number 1. 5-0 start. It couldn't be any better as Optic Gaming starts this one off 25-0, and they have the setup over here, top elevator.
I love it. They're going to drop the sword and distribute the power accordingly. One player's going to have sword, one's got the shock, and already Formal putting the sword to work.
TriPPPeY still no deaths for him, and 6 kills on the board. Spots Bound and Falcated bottom elevator, able to take down one, put damage on the other. Both members go down as 2 fall for FaZe, and this is once again looking great for Optic.
Okay, so on the bright side of FaZe Clan, you were able to significantly stop the setup for now of Optic Gaming. With all the damage TriPPPeY was able to do, you would think that that would be a good sign, only having 35 points on the board, but unfortunately, APG continuing to rack up time. CTF needs to find this kill. He does that, but now he's going to be under heavy fire.
Yeah, this is great for FaZe right now, able to take down 2, but as I say that, Formal with a double kill of his own. Surprise, surprise, he has a sword in his back pocket. Bound takes him down though, so sword will transfer over to the FaZe side, and ball will be in the hands of Bound as well. So great push there by Formal, but not able to do much as only 1 point still on the board.
We touched on how important bubu is to this FaZe Clan. He had such a big round 2. And now he needs to find his footing in round 3. Finally finds the first kill for himself. He needs to play his life bottom elevator under heavy fire, and unfortunately it's too many members of Optic to deal with.
Yeah, FaZe is really going to need to start getting some points on the board here. The rotation from Optic over towards that bottom control, very successful, able to play that ball out, and good job there by TriPPPeY. Does enough damage and also plays that ball.
40 points is not too much to come back from, especially when you have a setup in hand. We'll see how well FaZe is able to play from this situation, because they should be able to catch up a little bit with this setup now.
Falcated jumps top glass, spots TriPPPeY towards the batteries, calls him out and chooses to back down off that fight. The ball has been grappled once again by TriPPPeY, so you got to be careful if you're FaZe. These scrappy points that Optic keeps on getting is what could be the difference maker at the end of the game.
Honestly, FaZe just had the ball in blue. Falcated ended up pushing long haul, and all of Optic Gaming was able to push past behind Falcated. They break the setup, they get the ball off respawn, and Falcated hasn't had any impact since this has all happened.
Not the best series of events there for FaZe, as once again, Lucid and the Optic members doing a fantastic job rotating and beating the FaZe members to the spots, beating them to the power position. The 3 members make that 4 go down for FaZe, all 4 alive for Optic. Textbook execution once again, and this is a perfect setup for Optic.
A perfect setup, and continuing to build the lead in round 3, now up over 50 points, make it 60 if they're able to hold on to this a little bit longer. And even more importantly, they're in a phenomenal position to play this ball into a very difficult spot for FaZe Clan to try and get anything out of it.
A couple members fall for Optic, so good job Bound opening up the floodgates there, able to get that first kill, allowing his team to push, make that 2 for Bound, as a couple members also go down for FaZe. TriPPPeY with the camo able to burn it. Falcated takes him down. So 71-7, Wes. This has been all Optic. FaZe not able to get a groove in this round 3.
FaZe just cannot find their footing. Such high highs, such low lows, and unfortunately, it's looking like one of those low lows here in round 3. What can be done to turn this one around is the big question. I'm not quite sure if they have it in them, because right now Optic just are not letting off the gas at all. They look to be aggressive, they look to keep numbers, and Lucid starting to use the entire sandbox to his advantage.
And also keep in mind, nice double kill there for Lucid. Only 1 minute and 45 seconds left in this round, so time is working against FaZe as well, as Lucid green gun barely misses bubu there, wisely choosing to back off towards the control side, get some very valuable information on the opposing team, and bubu under kill feed gets a trade as Lucid is not able to take down Falcated. 3 members fall.
This is the
for
moment.
Optic. This is it. This is where FaZe needs to capitalize on 3 down for Optic.
This is the moment. 4 dead for Optic Gaming. FaZe get their choice of setup. How long can they keep the setup is the question. They have to virtually play perfect from this point on to crawl back into this one. Already 20 points on the board, but you need Slays to pair with it in order to make it more.
Bound moving this ball over towards C side, trying to drop down towards the repulsor, in a position to play the ball, and does just that. Again, only 1 minute and 18 seconds left in this round. FaZe really needs to string together some time. Nice trade there for Bound. Not much you could have done there, but play the ball and get a kill.
3 dead for Optic Gaming. FaZe Clan need to figure out a way to get onto that ball, but look at Lucid just posting up, making sure if FaZe go for this ball, they are going to be weak enough for us to finish them out. They're going to have to move Lucid off this spot. They do just that, but I mean, the clock's ticking, like you said, FaZe. The clock now starts to become a factor for FaZe Clan's chances to come back in this.
Lucid has played his life right here so perfect. Even though he was the last guy alive, he was in position to watch the ball. He basically cut off an entire side of the map for FaZe, not allowing them to push so efficiently off of their spawns. And now Optic is in a great position to win this game number 1 as 73 and counting with only 38 seconds left to go in this game.
Yeah, the ball's even over at Elevator, so Lucid has a free opportunity to flank in this situation. He's going to have all of FaZe Clan set in front of him, and they have to push this ball carrier because this round is almost over.
2 members fall for FaZe. Ball in the hands of Formal, picks up that cleanup kill. And that should be it because there's not much time. Nice. Oh, I thought he stuck him there. Barely misses that stick. There's still a slight glimmer of hope for FaZe as that timer does stop going down once the ball is in your hand. So if there's any chance for FaZe to win, it's going to be right now.
Okay, so they get the kill onto TriPPPeY. You stagger the spawns if you're FaZe. You have to apply so much pressure on the Optic before they can get to Bound with this ball. It's basically over if Bound goes down. It's a good job by FaZe to pick up another kill on the Formal. They continue to have numbers in their advantage, but for how long? Because Optic just picked up 2 of their own.
3 members fall for FaZe. Bound, last one alive, forced to play the ball, not able to get a kill. Only 19 seconds left to go, and I'd imagine Optic just plays the clock here and slays out.
Absolutely. Look at what TriPPPeY's doing. He's applying the same method we saw Lucid earlier, right? He's going to post up on C-Plat. If you go for that ball, you will be weak, if not dead, because the shock rifle is in TriPPPeY's hands, and he's doing work.
Oh, almost double kill right there for TriPPPeY, able to get a lot of damage down, and there you have it. Game number 1. Optic Gaming leads the series 1-0. A fantastic performance out of them after a shaky round 2. They dominate round 3 going into this game 2 feeling amazing.
I'd like to say, though, FaZe did have an opportunity there to where they made it a respectable round 3. What was once a 70-0 lead quickly became 70-50 and much more manageable if the clock doesn't all of a sudden become a factor, right? So although FaZe not looking the strongest there in round 3, they did give you something to feed off of going into game 2, which is vitally important because game 2 is a must-win for FaZe Clan. If you want to win this series, you do not go down 2-0 to Optic because this momentum, Faisal, it's continuing to roll from online. It's continuing to roll from the FaZe tournament not too long ago. And it's continuing to build in Optic's favor. And this snowball, when it goes downhill, these guys, their confidence, although you don't think it can get any more, oh, I'm telling you, these guys are going to be glowing by the time Sunday rolls around if they're able to play at this kind of level.
Yeah, and that's the story about FaZe, right? We always talk about this team. What is keeping them from being the #1 team? On paper, they have one of the best rosters in the entire league, and similar to their story, game 1 was so close, but they're not able to close it out. Now, will that be indicative of the rest of the series? We're gonna have to watch to find out, as we do have game number 2, Street Slayer, like you said, Clutch. This is essentially as close to a must-win as it gets, because if you go down 2-0 to this Optic squad, it's going to be tough to reverse sweep.
It's a strong game type, though, for FaZe, so I like their opportunity here. They have to do a better job of controlling the sandbox, and I'm talking about the Rockets and the Bulldog shotgun specifically on Street Slayer, and those are going to be such power weapon advantages for these teams. You've seen Bound drop 24 kills on Street Slayer before against the world's best, so you know he's capable of it. It's just, will we see FaZe's highs, or will they be able to play at that potential that we always refer to?
If you had to pick a player on both sides, who is going to be the X factor in this game number 2?
It's got to be dubu for FaZe for me, because this team goes as dubu does. He had a strong round 2, they win round 2. He had a poor performance in rounds 1 and 3. That being said, dubu needs to step it up. If you're looking at Optic Gaming, I mean, Lucid looks like he's taken over, but that entire squad is something to deal with, and it's going to be all of FaZe that needs to step it up here to stay in this series.
Like you mentioned, you have the Rockets, you have the Bulldog, and you have the entire sandbox to work with on Street Slayer. 1-0 lead for Optic going into game number 2. FaZe is going to need to rebound right here, and we're looking for bubu to have himself a game as Snip3down and Bound will look to continue their dominance as well. Of course, Falcated, that steady player on this FaZe team, starting things off with bubu.
All right, what can you do for me, Jesse? That's the big question here. The break for Rockets is an important one. He's going to have to jump on this shotgun player, takes down TriPPPeY, and that's a big start for bubu. Just get the confidence rolling. Unfortunately, though, FaZe look like they've gone 3 dead, and that's Rockets in the hands of Lucid, and this could start to snowball for Optic Gaming.
Yeah, if there's one game type in Halo Infinite, even though pretty much every game type has this factor, it's the snowball effect, right? If you aren't careful, things can get away from you very quickly. Rockets in the hands of Lucid. 5-1 early lead for Optic, and Lucid basically in his playground right now, just running freely around the map.
Talk about setting the tone, setting the pace in the game, and Optic Gaming does that best when they are in charge. Look how dominant they look so far throughout this second game, because they were winning the starting break, and now with the second rocket in TriPPPeY's hands, they have so much more opportunity to push this lead.
Nice damage with that rocket as TriPPPeY will move towards Cafe with his teammate. Nice job staying alive, both members of Optic, but one goes down. Falcated trying to get the double kill. TriPPPeY trying to milk his life, finally goes down. Good job there by TriPPPeY, wasting as much time as possible, allowing his team to move up before he goes down. And now Bulldog in the hands of Falcated takes down Formal, 11-6. Falcated's really gonna need to step up right here to close this gap.
A big job by Falcated to trade those kills out, though, to keep this within a striking distance. 6 kills separate the two. Now 12-6, Optic Gaming have broken out to that lead. It's just what can FaZe Clan do to stay in this one. Dubu has this Stalker rifle in hand. We know how lethal he can be. Unfortunately, Lucid finds himself a double kill. 3 dead for FaZe, and Optic Gaming with control of the map once again.
Look at the start for a couple members on Optic. 6 kills and 1 death for APG, 7 kills and 1 death for Lucid, as these two are playing absolutely phenomenal Halo right now. Those rockets will be spawning in about 5 seconds, and great positioning for Lucid, just keeping his eyes on him with the Stalker rifle. Good shots there on Snip3down as APG cleans up that kill. Another member falls, that is bound. So these rockets should be in the hands of Optic, but trying to get that combat evolved medal and basically putting their rockets essentially in the same spot, and not able to really successfully launch those rockets towards themselves.
Great job by Lucid to ping the rockets to allow APG to find those super easily. Now he puts them to work. The double kill for APG, and the snowball continues to go downhill. And now all of a sudden you blink and you miss it. Optic Gaming are up 24-9. Game 2 may not be a close one.
Wow, this score has gotten out of hand very quickly. Make that 26-9. Look at the pressure. They are firing on all cylinders. Optic Gaming, a well-oiled machine in this game number 2, 27-10, and all the confidence in the world.
Look at the pressure Optic Gaming is able to just put down. I want to hop into an Optic Gaming Astro listening to hear what this gameplay looks like, because these guys are rolling on all cylinders.
Nice. Good fucking kill. Main plus guy, might go for Stalker.
Okay, listen, weapons are still down on main.
We can down main as well.
ATM again, 2 ATM.
ATM side going main weak side.
Nice, looking back.
Arcade on me.
Green gen, one shot. Green gen, absolute. Foul, absolute. Fucking punish him.
Yo, in ATM.
Markets.
They have ATM.
Falcated, Champagne.
Shot ATM,
Shot ATM. So, Bulldog. 2 main ramp.
Two guys main ramp. Two guys gen.
Running on main ramp to cuts. 3 going market side, I think. 3 going market side.
One more cuts. Cuts again. Tires.
Nice.
3
On me, purple.
One thing.
I'm just sitting here.
I think he's inside.
Yeah, look at me.
Look at the purple.
No, it's Cafe probably, Joey. Probably
Look at me, guys. Look at me.
I'm coming. Yo, Bulldog, Joey.
Yeah, Bulldog, Joey. Two guys.
We can
Both weak, Joey.
I'm marking nice bit. I'm marking right now.
Joey, these are probably your rockets.
That's weak side down. One shot back down.
Yeah, these are yours. Yeah,
One flowers. One shot back down.
Alright, just grab these. Rail. And main ramp.
Cuts got me. Cuts too. He's gonna rock down cuts. They have rocks.
Top PD back.
Rocks. Bulldog.
Back to the Cafe, Joey.
Listen, I want us to look at the exact same thing. Come on, Rachel.
Bulldog in thrust. Bulldog shotty thrust going top Ivy right now. 2 top Ivy.
There was a guy around us market, Brad.
No, market.
They're gonna go
One
top
shot market going bedroom.
Red alley, one shot, guys. Cuts. You guys can bail on market.
Mirror.
Nice. You can push that. There's one
Market. Watch right here.
Cuts a thing.
Yeah, bomb south, Brad.
Reeling and
Rail. I back out.
One shot back, Ivy. He's one shot back.
Cuts weak.
If you're watching this at home and you're curious what some of the best comms in Halo sounds like, that was it right there, Clutch. Formal, that's something we don't talk about enough. We talk about his slaying power that he brought to this team, but he also brings that in-game leadership, that in-game communication, and we heard it in those comms.
Well, just listen to how Lucid also is communicating. These are your rockets, Joey, is what he says. That
Small
just
talk.
gives you so much information when you're able to communicate with your teammates rather than just call out where the enemy is. is just such a big advantage. And like you said, Formal, he may bring that level of communication to this team, but this team has it all. And they are the full package being displayed here in front of us. Now up 43-30 here in game 2.
All of FaZe trapped in this tram area now. Lucid and the boys of Optic choosing to play this aggressive, pushing into the base as Falcated goes down. Only 5 kills left to go, and Optic will extend the series lead to 2-0.
Optic's gonna close this one out here shortly. 45-33, Bulldog in TriPPPeY's hands, and look at that, how Optic Gaming has dictated the pace of this entire game 2. TriPPPeY decides to slow it down. He's gonna wait for FaZe Clan to try and push out.
And those rocket launchers just spawned bottom middle. So if Optic gets their hands on these, you might as well just chalk it up and close the book right now. That's a nice grenade out of TriPPPeY. 48-34, 49, one more kill, and Optic Gaming will advance 2-0. TriPPPeY trying to find it. APG just shooting some Hail Marys, and there it is, APG with the 50th kill. Optic Gaming 2-0 in the series.
It's so impressive when these guys get rolling. When these guys get going downhill, they do not look back. They do not let the pressure up, and that entire game 2 is exactly what that storyline took place. Optic Gaming know exactly what to do with full map control, and on a map like Street Slayer FaZe, like you said, when you get full control and you start to split spawn the enemy team, you can push your advantage as far as you're willing to take it, and Optic Gaming took it the entire distance.
Yeah, Optic, they started off the map so strong that they just never let that lead go, right? The snowball effect was in full, we saw it right there. Optic just doing a great job not letting FaZe get out of the base, always dictating the pace of that match and controlling the Rockets, controlling the Bulldog, controlling the pace of the game. Optic, a fantastic performance in game 2.
I mean, they basically played all of game 2 a man up, because when they get a kill, before that player is respawned, they figure out a way to get another kill, and they just press their advantages. They press their numbers advantages, and when you're able to do that and execute that plan perfectly, it is so difficult to stop. So it's a testament to how strong this Optic Gaming team is when they have control. We only see similar things from the likes of Cloud9, and we know how dominant they are.
Yeah, I really want to see FaZe come out strong in this game 3. I definitely would not have predicted a 3-0 sweep in this matchup, right? We talk about FaZe, we talk about the potential that this team has. I really want to see Bound step up and just take over a game like the likes of Frosty or the likes of a Formal, or even back when he was competing in Halo Shotzi, right? People put him in that same umbrella, but we haven't seen that too frequently enough for Bound. Obviously, he's had his moments, but I really want to see him solidify himself as a dominant player here in this matchup.
The biggest thing is, though, FaZe, it can't be done by one player. In Halo, in a 4v4 at this high of a level, everyone has to be clicking. If there is one straggler on your team, Optic will be able to expose you. They will be able to have a numbers advantage, and when you do not have the numbers to compete with them, you are in deep trouble.
Lucid 16-6. Is he the best player in the game right now, Clutch?
Some say, but you can't take that throne away from Renegade until these two play.
True.
But for now, we've always said Lucid, he has what it takes to be considered it, but I mean, you watch any of these guys on the green wall and you can make an argument for all of them.
Looking at the series layout here, 2-1, 50-34. Now going into game number 3, Strongholds, live fire, and there you have Hex on your screen. Optic Gaming in a great position, 2-0, and Hex is feeling good right now.
Rumor has it Hector only shows up when he thinks his team has a great chance to take home the trophy, and him being here this weekend is just an extra chip on the shoulders of the guys over on the green wall side of the stage. And you know that they know, hey, the boss is watching, we got to bring our A game to play.
And we've talked about it time and time again today. It is just the pool play, but if you're Optic, you gotta be feeling good. Whoever's in front of you today, they have been just absolutely dominating. And if you're FaZe, right now is the time. A reverse, it's the cliche. A reverse sweep always starts with a game 3 win. So if FaZe has a chance, it is right now in this live fire Strongholds game. I wanna see them come out strong. I wanna see them have a good start and just rally the troops, keep that momentum going, and really try to make this a series.
Well, we can talk about it's only pool play. We can talk about it's only Friday. But I talked to APG on Thursday, and one of the things he said to me was, I don't care who we play. I want to dominate this tournament. I want everyone in front of me. I want to make a statement here. And I feel like this entire Optic Gaming team has that kind of a mindset. They are making a statement here with this series so far against FaZe. They know that FaZe is one of the teams they are going to have to go through consistently if they want to win championships, and they are making FaZe look secondary. In the back seat right now, Optic Gaming in the driver's seat as we launch into Game 3. And look at the face of Formal, nothing but focus, determination, and the want for more championships on his belt.
Formal has been dominating the Halo scene for a very long time, and he continues to do so today as we are loading in to game number 3. You have that sniper rifle. That's going to play a big part in dictating the pace of this game. You want to keep that out of the hands of someone like Snip3down, and on the other side, someone like Lucid.
You need to find it in the hands of Snip3down. He's had a quiet series so far, but if anyone knows the history of Snip3down, all it takes is one power weapon in his hands to change that narrative completely. So what can FaZe Clan do to get back into this? Bound's gonna start it off with a kill. Snip3down's gonna start it off with another kill, and that's a great start for the FaZe Clan to get back into this one.
Formal able to get that cleanup kill on Bubu. Dubu picks up the heat wave. Nice damage there as he tries to cap C, chooses to leave it and rotate early over towards B. So good decision making by Formal, just really kind of opening up the map for his team.
I don't know how it happens. FaZe finds the first 2 kills of the round, but still, Optic Gaming able to trade it out efficiently, and now they put themselves in a great position to not only score the first couple of points, take an early lead, but they've secured Overshield in the hands of APG, and now they look to push a trip cap.
That's the thing about this Optic team, is that they don't want to just beat you, they want to destroy you. To your point, talking to APG, he wants to dominate this event, and that's what they're doing so far in this series. A trip cap momentarily, but looks like C will be converted over, so a double cap right now for Trippy, as we see him upside down there in that camera.
Yeah, big kills from FaZe right there to stay in this one. Make sure the trip cap doesn't last too long. Snip3down going to try and jump into B. Unfortunately, he goes down, and now all of a sudden, 3 members fall as well. It's a triple kill for Formal. He wants the over. Ooh. He can't get it. The nade stands true for Bound, but you can tell how quickly the momentum can shift in Optic's hands.
Yeah, great start for Optic, but FaZe now trying to get a double cap of their own, but before they can do so, Optic able to convert C. Lucid goes down to Snip3down, so a couple members down for Optic. Right now is the time to FaZe to capitalize.
Absolutely, you want to see FaZe start to convert either A or C, and it looks like the choice is going to be towards C, unfortunately. APG, Trippy, they deny Snip3down. Bound, he decided to go A, however. So now, A being transferred over is a good thing for FaZe Clan to see, but how will they be able to maintain B and A while Overshield's coming up is the big question.
APG goes down, Overshield is up as Lucid is in a compromised position, able to weasel his way out of there, but finally goes down courtesy of Falcated with the double kill, and now Overshield in the hands of Bound. Falcated with the triple kill on your kill feed.
Unbelievable job by Falcated and Bound to work with each other to secure that Overshield. It was a 2v3 situation. FaZe end up out on top. Now what can Bound do with this Overshield is the big question.
Good use of the heat wave there, able to take down a player, but unfortunately not much else about Overshield. Falcated once again, the consistent member on this FaZe team, always doing his part, always getting his kills, and just playing the game the right way.
Falcated is one of my favorite players to watch. He's so consistent, like you said, so individually talented. He's a superstar on the come up, and so far, FaZe Clan, they've been fairly quiet. So what can the young superstar do for this team? He's under a lot of pressure here, and he's got a lot of responsibility to try and hold B. Trippy flying at him, and unfortunately, Trippy gets the better of Falcated for now.
I love that play from Trippy. Straight aggression and confidence there, able to take down Falcated. And the last minute or so has been all FaZe, right? Look at the score right now, 75-57. So they definitely have gained some momentum, as a momentary trip cap there is scary if you're a FaZe fan. And that double cap still in the hands of Optic. As Falcated trying to get a kill. Bottom middle, looks like he's gonna chase him with that heat wave.
You know he wants to snipe. He's so deadly if he's able to achieve it. Snip3down's able to finish off that kill. Unfortunately though, Falcated, he's gonna lose heat wave. And now Lucid, with that heat wave, we know how deadly he can be. Look at him switch the position from horizontal to vertical, able to get extra damage, and now use the repulsor to get back top middle. I mean, he is such a gifted Halo Infinite player, and you're seeing just why.
God, I'd hate to play against Lucid.
Jesus. I imagine it's like Shotzi in H5.
It's something you don't want to see, as we're looking at 2 members go down for Optic. Lucid trying to weather the storm here and keep control of C, as they have lost A and B. So once again, control in the hands of FaZe. Optic is going to have to make a push to break the setup.
Put him down, Bound. He says, quick scope. the dome now. 9-2-7. Bound trying to make a play. Unfortunately, he's just got too much pressure around him. Can't quite hit the shot, but he's showing you a little bit of his skill as well. APG doing a great job to defend B from bubu, who had overshield. That overshield's removed now, and look how FaZe Clan starting to run with their tail between their legs because the pressure, the numbers are in Optic's advantage once again.
So impressive how Optic was able to just casually just get B control back there. Like they barely broke a sweat, and they completely flipped the control in this game. 100 and counting for Optic, almost halfway to a sweep on FaZe in this pool play matchup. APG notorious for staying alive and milking his life, and doing so right there, able to get a lot of damage down before he ultimately goes down.
Okay, but FaZe Clan, they're able to get a few kills of their own. Can they get into B is the big question. Bound can't quite win the 1v1 that would have been a pivotal one to win, as he would have been able to potentially secure B. And now look at this, Faisal. A and B still in the hands of Optic Gaming. It was almost a momentary trip cap, and look at Formal. He's looking to be aggressive towards C as well.
Just so methodical with his movement and so consistent with his shots. Formal taking down Falcated Bound with a double kill though on the other side, allowing his team an opportunity to get some control. But B and C both in the hands of Optic right now, and they have a 50+ point lead.
Oh, bubu just one shot away from taking down Formal, but Formal gets the best of him for now. A and B though in the hands of FaZe. You're seeing Optic trying to relocate towards the scoreboard side of the map. They're going to overextend towards A rather than compete in the middle of the map for B, and we'll see if this decision pays off.
Formal trying to do some damage with his heat wave, but it was in a very compromised position, able to do enough damage before going down. The bubu with the double kill. Now APG trying to quickly get Bound out of the picture, able to do so, and just trying his best to stay alive at B and convert.
Overshield once again in the hands of FaZe, so they're doing a much better job of controlling the power-ups, and it's transitioned immediately into the score. This game is much closer than the ones before. Unfortunately though, Formal takes down Overshield virtually by himself, and that doesn't mean you get just a free kill if you pick up Overshield and Halo Infinite. You still have to deal with some incredible players like Formal.
Unfortunate timing there for Bound. APG able to take him out without any problem there, and picks up the sniper rifle. Nice body shot there on bubu as TriPPPeY cleans it up for the double kill. APG defending B, trying to stop A. It'll be a one-on-one against Bound. Nice no-scope. Gets the assist, so that was a very impressive shot out of APG.
And all of these players are so impressive when they have that sniper in their hands. Even APG showing you just a little bit of his skill set, landing a few body shots that gave his team some significant advantage for the moment. But look at that. FaZe, they get B in control. Can they hold on to C is the big question. 3 members of Optic Gaming have overextended towards the C side of the map. And unfortunately, bubu not in a position to defend C. He's going to have to back up, and now it's his responsibility to try and hold B. And unfortunately, they're going to have to do it down members.
Optic totally just pinched on FaZe right there. Snip3down had that sniper rifle in the garage door. He goes down. TriPPPeY able to take out bubu. So great pinch there from Optic. And now they have control of A and B. A very ideal situation for Optic Gaming. Able to just move freely around the map. Snip3down though takes down TriPPPeY. Very important kill.
A very big kill on a TriPPPeY to shut him down, to secure A, to make sure you don't go into a trip cap situation. But unfortunately, you're still down 20 points. And if you're FaZe, you need to make a play now, because this series is close to being over if Optic Gaming have one great setup ahead of them.
Heat wave in the hands of Lucid. TriPPPeY goes down. Not able to stay alive there. Good job by Snip3down to get that trade. That overshield will be something to look out for right now, as Bound hoping to stay alive with the overshield, able to punch it in. Now this could be big for FaZe, as these are the pivotal moments in the game right now. This is a swing point, and Bound really needs to put this over to use.
They do get overshield, but they get out-rotated. They lose B in the process, so will they be able to retake B is the big question. A kill goes in their favor due to Bound, but still so much work to do to try and get 2 strongholds in your favor, and this entire time, Optic has been scoring.
Yeah, it just seems like they're always just one step ahead. When you see FaZe rotate towards B, you'll see Optic just getting A behind him. You see FaZe rotate towards C, you see Optic getting B. So they're always one step ahead, and the score is indicative of that. And when it seems like FaZe is able to really make a push, Optic is right there.
Still just a 40-point game though, so FaZe still within striking distance, just needs to figure out a way to gather some momentum in their favor. Falcated stuck towards the scoreboard side of the map. You want to see him get closer to B. FaZe has not been able to really hold B significantly throughout this game, and that really has been the big difference.
Once again, a trade going down with that heat wave. double cap still in the favor of Optic. And to your point, Clutch, that B stronghold is so important, and the team that controls that more often than not will be controlling the pace of the game. And so far, it's been all Optic controlling on that B.
Yeah, every time these two teams are trading kills like we're watching now, it's going to benefit the team that has two of the strongholds. We're looking at a trip cap now, potentially. Z is just momentarily needs to be reset. And Lucid, snipe in hand, this could be where Optic put a punctuation on this series.
The triple cap is so deadly in Halo Infinite. Finally, FaZe able to stop the bleeding and capture C. Lucid trying his best to waste ammo and stay alive, but that snipe does go down as 2 members fall, 3 members fall, make that for Optic. FaZe needs to do something miraculous, and they need to do it right now as only 17 seconds, and Optic will advance with the clean sweep.
All right, you got to play perfect from here pretty much. B and C in your control. You want a trip cap to make up some of the difference. You get 3 kills in the kill feed. Bubu finds 2, all 4 dead. Optic Gaming FaZe Clan with the potential to come back here.
This would be an absolutely astounding comeback if FaZe is able to pull it off. I don't want to speak too soon as players on Optic are spawning on B. We mentioned the importance of this B stronghold. They need to pinch the players at B. FaZe needs to stay alive. As I say that Falcated goes down, Snip3down needs to stay alive and get this kill at B.
Here comes Rona. What can he do? He's got to find this player in the B. Got to shoot the heat wave before you melee. Unfortunately, Falcated able to finish off that kill, able to reset B as well. They have lost the trip cap, but now they are down just 30 points.
Do or die for FaZe Clan. Green gun in the hands of Falcated. Nice damage on Formal. Formal using the pillar to his advantage. A very vital trade right there for Formal as Lucid and friends trying to capture A, rotating towards B. This is looking really good for Optic Gaming. The control is in their favor. The positioning is in their favor. And Lucid doing everything in his power to stay alive here at B.
Bound trying to pressure Lucid. Lucid with the repulsor sends him out, but Snip3down gets the kill onto Lucid, but Formal's there. Formal is there. He hops in the B. C still in the favor of Optic. Formal in a massive 1v1. TriPPPeY gets a kill. TriPPPeY gets a double. And Formal able to stay alive and get B.
A great job staying alive at B there. Formal single-handedly capturing
10 points.
that point now. Only 7 seconds left to go, but Formal goes down to a great grenade. One shot there by Falcated.
You got to get in the stronghold.
And there you have it. Optic Gaming not able. FaZe not able to stay in the stronghold, and Optic Gaming with the 3-0 sweep. What a performance by Formal and the rest of this Optic Gaming squad.
A wag of the finger from APG, a punctuation on the series, and a statement heard around the venue from Optic Gaming. You know Cloud9 was watching, you know Sentinels was watching, and everybody had their eyes on how well this Optic Gaming team was going to kick this event off, and they have gone through pool play perfect.
What a dominating performance out of Optic. And to your point, Clutch, if you're Cloud9, if you're Sentinels, you're watching that series, and you're thinking, Optic's the problem.
Yeah, you needed that one to be a little bit closer, I think, if you want to stand a chance. You know how strong Optic Gaming has looked online in scrims. You're hoping that maybe it was just chalked up to online, maybe some servers that benefited them, but Optic Gaming looked very strong, and it was really the entire roster. I mean, we didn't talk about TriPPPeY enough and how impressive, how important the kills he was getting were throughout that series, and TriPPPeY was popping off in game 1 with the shock rifle. In game 3, he was picking up such significant kills to get his team the win.
Yeah, and if you're FaZe, what are you telling yourself right now? Like, obviously a very disappointing finish in this series, but it was pool play. They still are more than likely going to finish second in their pool, so you're still going to start in that upper bracket. What do you got to do if you're FaZe to kind of just turn your event around right now?
I'm still hopeful for FaZe. It's small mistakes, it's very fixable things for this team to make the next step, to create this upset. Game 3 was winnable. Game 1 was winnable. Game 2, not so winnable, but you can go throughout a series or win a series without being perfect. FaZe can fix these small mistakes. They have to figure out a way to find some consistency, though, and that's something that they've struggled with since the start of Infinite.